Hello everyone, how are you today? Now we are going to learn how to write a number as a power of another number, like a power of 3. Here, a power of 3, which means I need the base to be 3. So 27 is equal 3 power what? 3 power 3, as we know that 3 multiply 3 multiply 3 equals 9 multiply 3 equals 27. So it's 3 power 3. So when I have 27 power 3 and I needed to write it as a power of a number 3, making the base as 3, replace 27 itself at 3 power 3 and put all of them at the power that you have here, which is 3. And in this case, as simplifying the indices, if you have a power for another power, you multiply the indices, the powers together. So write the same base 3 and multiply the indices. 3 multiply 3 equals 9. So 27 power 3 equal 3 power 9. Let's take another example. If I want to write this as a power of 2, how to write it as a power of 2? Okay, 8 equal 2 power what? I know that 2 multiplied 2 equals 4. Then if I multiplied another 2, it will equals 8. 4 times 2 will equal 8. So 8 equals 2 power 3. So if I have 8 power of 2, 8 power 2, and I want to write it as a power of 2, which means make the base 2. Okay, now let's replace 8 itself as a 2 power 3. But 8 itself is a power of 2. It's 2 power 2. So take the whole number 2 power 2. Now let's multiply the indices and write the same base, which is 2. Now 2 multiply 3 equals 6. Another one, 64, and I want to write it as a power of 4, for example here. How to write it as a power of 4? Let's check. 64 equal 4 power what? It's 4 power 3. Okay? Okay. Now, how to write 64 power 2? Again, replace 64 and write 4 power 3. And it's power 2, so put all of them as a power of 2. Now let's write the same base, which is 4. And now let's multiply 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6. Okay, mister, does it work with a power of 2? Of course. Let's take another example here. If I said, for example, 9, okay, and I want to write it as a power of 3. And a 9 power 5, for example. Okay, now he wants it as a power of 3, which means let's make the base at 3. 3 power what give you 9? I know that 3 multiply 3 equals 9, so it's 3 power 2. Now 9 power 5, and I want to write it as a power of 3. Okay, I'm going to replace 9 itself as 3 power 2. And 9 itself is power 5, so take 3 power 2 also to power 5. Now we have a power of another power, so you multiply them together. It will equal 3 power 10. Bye.